Hi, I'm Rob Fonberg. I've been working with the GSN on the new role of governments in global problem solving in a digitally networked world. In this segment, we'll look at how the role of government may evolve as GSNs take on a greater governance role in addressing global challenges. My starting point for this is from the perspective of roles, responsibilities, interests, and trend lines. I expect that as solution networks continue to take up more room in the governance space, they will ultimately bump up against the need for governments to become 21st century partners in some ways. Governments will be the constraining factor in how quickly new global governance models evolve. There are a variety of ways that government's roles could change, and it really is going to depend on the nature of the challenge. In some cases, it may be that governments simply need to step back, get out of the way, and let the networks govern. In other cases, it may be that there's a role to set enabling standards and thereby lend democratic legitimacy. In still other cases, governments may need to share the leadership space by doing what only they can do: tax, regulate, use kinetic force, to create and sustain the enabling conditions for social networks to thrive and succeed. And in still other cases, governments may simply become one of many partners, or even a subordinated partner, depending on the issue. The GSN has done much research on the various roles and responsibilities of solution networks. But the same focus has not been brought to bear yet on how the roles of government need to change. So deeper, more deliberate, structured work needs to proceed in this area. And it's work that would benefit from a series of high-level, multi-stakeholder workshops. Finally, to try to get at the issues in some of the challenge areas like global health, global security and prosperity, and environmental sustainability, it would be interesting to do a little bit of what-if work. So, for example, map out what if, in the limit, solution networks could achieve to address these issues, and then work backwards to see what active and/or passive changes governments would need to make to enable, encourage, and ensure this progress, recognizing especially the political risks and pressures that confront governments. So what could solution networks do on their own if they got their own acts fully together? And what could governments do to either accelerate, broaden, or deepen the effects? What are the enabling multiplier effects that governments can bring, and how? The role of government will change as solution networks take up more governance space. Governments, individually and collectively, need to figure out whether they will get ahead of that change in a progressive way, or whether they will be pushed there ultimately by their citizens.